doing a quick check. Let's see if it's easy one. So I guess from now on, if I have an OBS crash immediately after the stream starts and it just freezes up, I'm just gonna, I guess on all my social medias, just link the YouTube channel. And you're gonna have to like just click through the channel because I can't keep linking the channel directly only for it to crash and then I have to get a new link. This is the one drawback of YouTube. For some reason they want you to link directly to the stream, and I think that's kind of silly. Twitch doesn't have this problem because Twitch is just a live stream service entirely, so what you see is what you get, but yeah. Okay, so I think my audio's fine. Yeah, my audio's fine, my music's fine, my little bunny's animating as it should. This is not frozen, I hope. Yes. Okay, great. I was gonna resend my post, but whatever. It is what it is. I think the dead link will probably redirect you somewhere. Hopefully. Anyway, welcome to this disaster of a stream. My name is Seraphine. Good morning. Ohio, good morning, Masu. Thank you, I needed that laugh. I needed that laugh, really. It's so dumb that OBS crashes the moment it hits the start, and it freezes, so I can't even recover anything. It's so dumb. So I know yesterday I drew Seraphine. I'm sorry. Oh wow. I drew Pharah, cat girl here, in a certain style. I kind of fixed her a bit, fixed her face, so it looks a bit better. Hold on. I can just... Where's I can't quite see. There we go. I was kind of obscuring her face, so I kind of changed her face so it's a bit more exaggerated, and it's a bit clearer than the last time you saw it. On the left over here is the quote-unquote realistic one. I changed it so that the portions are almost that of a real person, but not quite. Because she's still based entirely in fiction, so I didn't shrink her eyes too much. I think that I might, but I'm not sure because I want the eye size to still be that on the... to be close to that on the right. As you can see, I broke it. Broke it in a lot of places. And yeah, I broke this sketch in a lot of places to get it to look just right. I'm also going to use a different brush today to... well, I guess it's kind of faster to do block-ins with this brush because it's entirely flat. New layer? Yeah. There we go. Much better. Let's see if I need to drop the opacity now. So I'm still fussing with this. You know what? I think I might shrink it. It looks too wide. It's a little bit too wide. Same with this side as well. Now she looks a little bit more realistic. Right? Does she? She probably looks like almost like a real person. I don't want to fuss with that too much, but she's still fake. Also, I'd rather not just waste any more time needlessly. So other than that, I've actually had a relatively good morning. Does this give you a moment? Was putting eye drops in. Oh, okay. Get those eye drops in. Actually, I'm not sure how this would look for you. Let's see. Maybe if I... a new window. It's pretty wide. You see where I'm going for? Okay. I'm gonna close... Sorry, I'm gonna zoom in on this head. So you can see what I'm doing. Not much. Okay. There we go. And touching the very bottom of my screen is very difficult. It's a little annoying. So, right, other than this whole stream crashing, I've been pretty fine. Slept in a little bit, which, no regrets on that. I mean, I think it was raining this morning. So the remnants of the thunderstorm from last night. Which was pretty intense, actually. There was a lot of lightning last night. But despite having a lot of lightning, I didn't hear a lot of thunder, so I was able to sleep peacefully. Oh, let's see, I gotta try to mimic a real jaw here. I'm also gonna darken this jawline. Later on, I'm gonna thin out some lines, just so, doesn't look too overdone. So. I've been keeping myself busy yesterday. Trying to think mostly of like how I want to do this again. Because, I didn't quite nail it yesterday, mostly because I think I was just talking too much. So I kind of, like, lost sight of my, goal. Which, you know, that tends to happen. But, I think the conversation was just much more interesting than what I was doing. Want to overemphasize this crease because okay, so yeah, in reality the nose would crease over, like, you can see my brush here on the right, it would crease over here like that, but I don't want to add that because in real life that's not a real line. It's a real part of your nose, but that's not a real line. It would be emphasized by shadow and light, so I'm not going to draw that in. Well, I'm not going to draw it in, like, yet. It makes sense to paint it in with some shadow. So I'm not going to draw in the rest of her cartilage on the wing cartilage. I don't know why it's called a wing, but eh. Yeah, you do that with shading rather than lighting, exactly. Especially in, painting, excuse me. Why am I lagging? My computer's lagging, my brain's lagging, it's incredible. So... That's something that I noticed in my art studies. Like, the instructor would draw that just so you know that's there, but later on, when it comes to putting down the value, it becomes a shadow. And things like the eyebrow also gets that soft touch of, I guess whatever medium you're using. So if I were to use a real charcoal pencil right now, I would be using the broad side of it to emphasize the shape rather than using the pointed side, excuse me. Because that wouldn't make sense. I know I'm being a bit paranoid, but how's my audio? Am I loud enough? I am loud enough, right? I mean, what else can go wrong today? You're good, but I do have my volume up. Okay. Also, OBS says my volume is in the yellow, which is pretty loud without being too unbearable. Might need a second opinion. But the thing is, I was told, well, not told, I just went through a series of tutorials about audio in OBS, and a lot of people say that your videos' audio must be so good that they need to be in the yellow zone, not so much in the green. They need to be yellow, but not red, because red is too much, but yellow is just right. I don't know how true that is today, because those videos were kind of old, but they were well viewed, so I assume that they know what they're talking about. I think I'm just gonna leave the size of her eyes as is. Seems fine for now. This just seems fine for now, especially in comparison to the other side. They're very big. I'm gonna leave this as is. I should also say that I'm going to skip some stuff when it comes to the quote-unquote realism part. Realistically, I would have to draw the bottom of the lid and the top of the lid in a very distinct way, but I'm not going to do that because I don't think I have to. I'm going to put an indicator here. Her eyelashes are sticking. I will, though, indicate the lid itself by drawing this line over to here. This would technically terminate here. This would go over here. But I'm just gonna color this part so it's part of the eyelash. I will draw, well, sort of draw the bottom lid so that I can see her bottom lid eyelashes. I'm just gonna indicate it as a line. Just draw in the eyelashes. I have to be frank, I'm not sure how well I'm gonna nail this. I'm gonna try my best. I don't know why, but I feel really nervous. I think I do still have a bit of performance anxiety. Because when I draw offline, I just get into that flow state. But the moment the live button gets smacked, for lack of a better word, and I just start going, I freeze up at certain spots. I think I'm just too hyper-conscious about it. Well, not hyper-conscious about being live or anything, just hyper-conscious of all my pen strokes. I know I have nothing to worry about, considering I'm just the smallest of streamers, but it's still something that I consider. That's why I'm sighing a bit. Reason says, yeah, you get that. Yeah. So you understand. I mean, I've been to your live streams and you don't really talk about it. You said that you're fine when you get started, but the problem is starting. Yeah. Oh. That's not quite what I mean. I feel like my drawing live is a bit more lousy than when I draw offline. As a result of that, I didn't post picture I made yesterday because I just saw all the mistakes come out. I'm like, ew, I'm not posting this. It looks terrible. But I acknowledge all the mistakes I've made. I just didn't want to, like, post it. I guess that's why I have like these moments of quiet where I'm just like not thinking about talking. I think that's the thing. I have to get better at talking and drawing. But it's not a thing that you do realistically. Unless you are an art teacher, which I'm not. Because art teachers are very good at like talking about what they're trying to... Well, I mean professional art instructors, not random tutorialists. And on the internet tutorialists, that's what I'm calling them. And I know that's kind of a shady thing to say, but it's true. Like, people who make tutorials are not really good at teaching you what they mean. And I say this as a avid collector of tutorials. This is why I kind of, well, this is why I kind of like did away with the whole tutorial thing. Because of that aspect of it. Yeah. Just because you know how to write a tutorial doesn't mean you know what you're talking about. Friesen says, you imagine most streamers do tend to struggle with walking and talking at the same time when they're starting out. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So to speak, yeah. And then there's like streamers like Josh Strife Hayes who are like, your streams are boring because you explain what you're doing and stuff like that, but like when you're starting out, you're that nervous. That's the level of nervousness you have. And this is a guy who's like expressing this while he's barely doing anything on his keyboard. So of course he has the mental headspace to just say that because he's just talking. He plays games where he barely has to interact with the game. So yeah, it makes sense. Plus he has years of experience with acting and being an actual teacher. So he has experience doing that, all that stuff, and most people don't have the same experience as him. And that's what I mean, like, he gives advice and stuff, but it works for him because of his past experience. But if you don't have those nuggets of wisdom before you get to that point, it doesn't quite work. I knew I drew the, this thing, what has a name? Fulcrum? No. Folliculum? I think that's the word. I know I drew it here, but this is just a measuring tool. I mean, of course, real people have that, but this is also a measuring tool to see how I did on the lips. Nothing I do is arbitrarily done, is what I mean. So spot I have to color as well as the bottom lip. I know I say color, but I'm just gonna be I'm gonna be blending and blurring some spots just to get the effect I'm looking for. Ooh. You know what? I think I have a new appreciation for this brush. It's just the way that it lays down color. I mean, I know it's a bit messy because the stabilization is kind of low, which is fine. That just means that it's mostly me drawing. But because of its shape, it does the things I want it to do. I don't wonder if I should make this my daily driver. Let's hold off on the shadows just yet. I was about to put in the shadows for stuff, but I'm not even finished with her face. I'm getting ahead of myself. Oh yeah, I was playing Zenless Zone Zero last night. I finally reached Chapter 2 Interlude, but because I'm not at the intermission point of that chapter, I still can't do the event yet. I know the event's like started about 2 days ago, but playing the game every day is not a thing that Well, I can play the game every day, just not for long stretches of time. That's what I actually mean. So just getting to that point just takes so long. Because the moment you get to that point, you can essentially get your characters to level 40. Because you would have to do the rank up trial again. Yes, the event started, when did they say it started? On the 15th or the 16th? I don't quite remember, but it's the Golden Bangaboo event. Oh, I mean, I say that, but it's actually called Friendship Supervision. And I think the reason why you need to be at Chapter 2 Interlude is because that gives you access to Lumina Square, which is basically a metropolitan area, which is a lot bigger than 6th Street. So there's more things to see and do there, and you need to get there to start the event. But once again, I'm not quite there yet. I just unlocked the map to get there. So I have to still keep on playing just to get to the event. Yeah, you're not up to there yet either. So, still working towards level 30. It's more like, what part of the story are you up to? That's the thing. I know I started this game the moment it released, because I was looking forward to it, but I find myself just not having enough time to play the amount of time I guess it needs. I don't know. Got all the robots back, I guess. Just need to hit 30. Oh, so you're on the Bella Box storyline, okay. So, the moment I hit rank up, I pushed Grace to level 40. I wanted to push Anbi and Sokaku to level 40, but I just ran out of mats, so that's gonna be some more grinding on my part. I'm done with her face. Yeah, I'm done with her face. I get to move on to her hair now, which I kind of broke so much that I can't even see anymore. Great. Ah, that's okay. I think the look I was going for was, you can see her eye of her hair. Like, yeah, like that. Yeah, that was the look I was going for. I guess you're not up to the part where they find the prototype and we learn more about, Coleda's, I think that's how you pronounce it? Coleda? Coleda's father. His, involvement in that section of the Hollow. No spoilers, I'm just saying, if you're in the Bellabog thing, it does involve her father. The Bellabog storyline. Blah! There's something that ZZZ did that I don't get. Like, I unlocked the trust side quests for Soldier 11, even though I don't have her. Like, that's interesting. Oh, right, yeah. Yeah. Like, why are you unlocking a trust event for a character I don't have? I think, yeah, Eversoul does that too, but they only allow episode 1. I don't know. You got the prototype back too. I need to hang about till I get contact with the oh! So you're getting actually... You're close then. That hacker thing, it's mentioned, but you have to progress the story about, and then you can get to unlock the rank up. So you're actually like a bit closer than I thought. Well, I guess the thing is, like, the moment I'm able to, I hit level cap, so I don't have to like worry about it later. I don't know if that's like a bad thing or anything, because I just spend it on my my only S rank. I plan on keeping my roster as small as possible, just so I can have everything for them. Since I need a baseline of 6 characters anyway, and they all need to have synergy with each other, which I think they kind of do. Like, Grace, Anbi, and Sokaku actually do have good synergy. That attack buff that Sokaku gives Grace is phenomenal, that's for sure. But, yeah, like, the main team I want to use, I have to, like, max out. It's just a thing about me, specifically. I want to max them out as soon as possible. Come on. I think that's just a thing about gachas. You want to max out the first top tier character you pulled. Doesn't matter what their name is. 5 stars, 6 stars, S ranks, yeah. Yeah, I did the same did the same thing too. Since you said the past couple of days you've logged in and you've just worked on farming resources, I did the same thing. While I did do the same thing, I just needed to progress the story a bit more. And it's a good thing that I did, because I realized that once you've unlocked the rank up, the better stuff, the better farming resources becomes available to you, which are the chunkier ones. Yeah, they're a rare drop, that's fine, but the amount of the primary ones is increased as well. And those are the ones that I actually want. I want more of the smaller increments, just so I can craft into the bigger ones. And plus, I can increase the waves of enemies to its max at level 30. Well, yeah, level 30. And I am aware that that's the one spot that ZZ limits you at gathering resources. That's the only energy gated thing. But also, after you hit your rank up, you get more battery power, I think. Because I went into a fight after having a cup of coffee. And after I popped out of it... Okay, so the farming resource cost was 100 for me. I popped out of it, and it said I had 200 left. So the coffee energy gives you 60. So that's a thing. Also, another thing I realized, once you unlock Lumina Square's map, you can get coffee again from there. So while you're limited to coffee just once a day at 6th Street, you can just go over to Lumina Square and get another cup of coffee again. There's some facilities at Lumina Square that hadn't unlocked for me yet, so I'm just curious as to what else I can do there. Excuse me. I'm not telling you to rush or anything. It's just good to know. Thankfully, when it comes to chef's chop, sorry, general chop, you know what I mean, the noodle shop guy. When it comes to him, you can just have as many noodles as you want. There's no limit, and he's always open. Yeah. He's always open. I'm working this for a bit. Just drop on by, get your noodles. I like to have either the main thing as a coffee shop is the stamina recovery. Yeah, I know. Oh, and the ability to just teleport straight into the VR thing. Hoyoverse and games like it are notoriously tight with stamina. Yeah. Unless you like overcharge it. If you want to do that, I don't know. I kind of do that with the coffee thing. Like whenever I have cap of battery, I just drink the coffee and I'm over the energy limit. That's the first thing I do. I get a cup of coffee, then I get the teleportation into the VR. I do the energy, I do the resource farming, and then I do the go again. Yeah, I do take the coffee before I go resource farming, which I don't know if that hinders me or not, because I don't know. Because of the whole energy cap, I don't think it does. I don't think it matters. Because that energy cap gets raised with every rank up trial, I think, on your internet level. I think one thing I find a bit annoying about the coffee shop is that all of the coffee selections is only open on the weekend. During the day, during the weekday, some of them are just limited, which I guess is the same as, let's say, Arknights. They only allow you to farm a certain thing during a certain part of the day, a certain day. But there are just things that I need, like right away, that kind of annoy me. I know it's an excuse to vary my farming, but it just sucks having to wait until a certain day to get. Yeah, exactly. It is annoying when you want to farm a specific thing, especially when you're very short on it. Like, oh, let's say like I need something for Ben. He's my defender, my only defender. And like, oh, well, the coffee that boosts my defender drop, that's not available today. Like, oh, great. Thanks, I guess. I think what would help, in this regard, that the Tin Man should have like a schedule somewhere. Maybe he does, and I haven't looked around enough. You should have a schedule so I can see where the drops are. Which day offers which resource mat, so I can plan accordingly. Because, you know, Arknights does that too. Like, while in Arknights, the farm stages that are locked, it still tells you what day they are open. But in the coffee shop, it just says it's locked, which is stupid. Well, a good thing is that coffee is only good for one fight. Hell, one enemy apparently, so it's not really a big deal. It's not. It's not really an enemy. It's just like a round, just a whole round. Even though it says, even though at the end of that round, there's an option to go again, which kind of sucks. It makes me think that the coffee should last a bit longer. I don't know. The coffee should last at least 2 rounds if you're allowing me to go again immediately after the first round. It's not really a big deal, the bonus materials you get, that is. Yeah, well, the bonus materials are... It's still not enough. Like, it says, the coffee says, oh, we'll give you a 100% increase. I'm like, okay, but a 100% increase on what? Like 1 or 2? Which is the actual case. They give you 1 or 2 extra. Yeah, it's not much, exactly. Like, I appreciate it, but the buff is not very good. Coffee should be more valid for the stamina recovery, really. I mean, that's true. I do get to farm more often, but the bonus of getting more out of it is also nice. That's what I'm actually looking for. There's also other stuff that I have to do in the game, like essentially stuff for the Bardic Needle. Oh god. The Bardic Needle in itself is another set of gacha, basically. So, the game's gonna explain it when you get there, but I'm gonna explain it to here as well. Yeah, yep. So you know about the Bardic Needle and that, and the whole, master copies and the drive disk. Yeah, don't get attached to your disk drives. Yeah, basically. They are very replaceable. Pick the one that you want, and then you hope for the best, basically. But the one that I want, which is for Grace mostly, I don't even see that's available. That's the thing, like, okay, fine, it's a gacha system. I have to roll for the chance of the thing, but you're not giving me a lot of options to choose from initially, so what's the point? Now I have to, like, go back and check if anything unlocked for me. I overdo it again. Like, ones always seem to boost HP. Asking for crit damage or crit rate up is like asking for gold. For free. Oh, and to unlock them, you think you need to actually get the Master Disc from the relevant farming stage, then you can specifically roll for them. So if you haven't done the stage that drops a disc you want for Grace, you won't be able to roll for it, yeah. And I keep forgetting I have to go back to the Scott Outpost periodically just to check, excuse me. I don't know about Grace. The thing is, like, I'm looking up things that would help her out. Excuse me. And I've seen ones that say, oh, you need ones to boost her electric element, or... And then I see another one that says, you need something to boost her crit damage. And I'm just like, sometimes those two things just don't synergize at all. Crit damage is generally a good idea, I guess. Yeah, but for her specifically, because she's a rather good DPS. Well, she's not good in comparison to Ellen Jo, but I don't have Ellen Jo, and I don't plan on getting her. In Grace's case, I think... In Grace's case, you think it makes the most sense, though, since she hits so many times in rapid succession. Yeah, it makes sense. That's why it's the hardest to get for her. And plus, I don't have her, what's it called? The W engine. So I'm not getting the optimal damage out of her. He has so many more crit opportunities, right? Then there's Anby, who... I know Anby is her own unit altogether, but I use Anby to support Grace because I need Anby to build up electricity attacks. Just so that Grace can come in and just, like, do the actual damage. But the thing is, I don't know what to do for Anby as a sword character. I also forget that Anby has this weird, bullet parry. It's something I have to practice. She has a bullet parry in which, I think after she dashes, you can, attack again. And she can, parry all the bullets. I saw the animation for it under the guide, but I need a place to practice that. Let's see, what do you say? What you do is to check which disc drives can roll crit, damage, and chance as a main stat, and the rest just upgrade is just a decent rarity, since they'll get random additional secondary stats as you upgrade them. Okay. Good advice. Because right now I have a whole lot of dupes that are between A and B rank, I'm just holding on to so I can just mash the... just pull a lever in this case. That being the case, it doesn't make sense to level up any of the disc drives until you get the one that you absolutely like the most. Yeah, just get a bunch of relevant disk drives and hope for the best. But once again, I don't have Grace's signature W engine, which would help me a lot. But the one I have for her still works, it's just not as good. So even if I were to be lucky enough to get like the best disk drives, I would still have an inferior weapon. Don't be shy about dismantling them. Yeah, I should take a look at that, actually. You wouldn't worry much about getting her W drive, specifically. After all, you still then need to get a bunch of dupes for that W drive to make it the best. Oh, right. Getting an S rank W engine is just gonna be, like, the worst. Ugh. I would have to be a whale to get those, and I'm not. I wish I'd gotten Piper's engine, at least. I think she was the last character I pulled from the standard banner. I mean, she's really good, like, but the only synergy she has with my other attack characters. It's not very good synergy. To be honest, now that I kind of think about it, I kind of wonder if I should try to pull for Anton, just so he can synergize with Grace. I've been trying to consider it, but Anton is on Ellen's banner. I'm like, that's what kind of keeps me away from Ellen. I want Anton, but I don't really want Ellen, and I know that's kind of weird coming from me. Like, people are like, well, why would you want the top tier character right now? Because I don't want the top tier character right now because I know eventually she's gonna get power crept on. And that's always gonna be the case in games like this. Someone's gonna power creep her. And I think it's gonna be that girl that we saw in the story. Miyabi? I think that's her name. You don't particularly want Ellen either, yeah. Also, because Anton is on the what was it? The premium banner, I should say. You just want girl with glasses and she's not obtainable. That's true. You want Yanagi? You have to remember her name. You have to remember the name of the character that you want. One cutscene is not enough to remember her name, and Ray is right there. Ray is not playable! At least, we don't know yet, okay? We don't know if she's a fighter or not. She looks unique enough to be a fighter. She's as playable as Yanagi currently. I don't know. They made Ray seem like the type of person who's like, I don't want to fight, you fight in my stead, and like they're like probably the most powerful character in the game or something. At least I can talk to her. Yeah, at least you can talk to her even though she's not paying much attention to you. How do you feel about that? I wonder how Star Rail's doing. I'm sure it's doing fine. Like, you have to remember, people... I'm gonna use myself as an example. People like me, who's not interested in Star Rail, or Honkai, or Genshin, would still be interested in ZZZ. Just likewise, people who are playing Star Rail right now are probably not interested in ZZZ right now, or the other games. So it's essentially something for everybody. You don't have to please everybody, but there's something for everybody. You can't expect the same fans from one game to like pull into another. At least not all of them. That's unrealistic. It's idealistic, but unrealistic. There's something I want to check. Get this layer out. Okay, yeah. Looks like a real person. Let's back up. Freezing. You largely uncertain how to approach Hoyover's gacha. It may be best to simply save until you see a character that appeals to you. If you go chasing meta, you're probably gonna go broke. So, like, you wanted Wolfie Butler Boy. Yeah, I do. I want him. I do want him a lot. So I know he's on the permanent banner, but I don't want to chance that. I'd rather wait for his rate up specifically. I'm hoping it's in the near future. Otherwise, I would wait for a limited character. I don't know how often that happens. I'm hoping that every year. I know he's guaranteed, but he's guaranteed after what, 300 pulls? Ugh. 300 pulls of everything. I think that's what annoys me about well, Hoyoverse. They put their weapon and their characters on the same banner. I think they didn't do. I think they separated with Genshin, so why didn't they separate here? Yeah, I don't want to drop 300 rolls on a permanent banner. Ugh. It's either he spooks me somehow, or I would have to pay out the pity. Same that frustrates me regarding FGO. Yeah. That's it. You're always going to be gaining rolls for the permanent banner. That's true. I do have a lot of rolls for the permanent banner. Nothing else you can use them on. Maybe it makes sense to... I guess I should check my numbers. It would make sense to save enough to almost hit the pity. And then... no, save enough to have the pity. You can always wait till more characters added to the banner. I mean, that's true, but that limits my pool of the character that I actually want right now. I want Lycan, but I can't get him. 80 rolls for guaranteed S rank. Oof. So every 80 rolls I'll get, well, every estimated 80 rolls I'll get guaranteed S rank. I may consider. I have to like look at how much stuff I have. Then I can make my decision based on that. Plus, there's that really nice thing where when you do a search, you can convert that into premium currency, which I do every time I roll on the standard banner. I convert it to the premium stuff. Not as generous as Arknights, but which is 60 rolls, right? I think. Yes, Arknights is 60 rolls. They changed that recently. They also lowered the threshold on limited banners as well to... what was it? 250? I think? Jeez, I gotta wait until a limited banner on Arknights to check if they implemented that. Because I don't quite remember off the top of my head. No, wait, hold on, sorry. The announcement came on Arknights that the pity was lowered around W Alter's banner, I believe. I could be wrong, but they're changing the limited excuse me. Rolling more on a permanent banner is fine too, since dupes get you additional currency as well to spend on stuff. Never mind. When you finish getting all the dupes for a character, they pay out even more said currency. Oh, okay. So I guess later today, if I have time. Well, I typically play ZZ at night when I actually have free time. So I'll check tonight to see how much currency I have and see if I have enough for 300 full. And then I'll see if I can pull for the character that I want. Since I have been doing a lot of stuff to gain a lot of stuff. Oh, hello Black Tourist Warrior, welcome to the stream. We're just talking about I'm well. We're just talking about Zenless Zone Zero. There's a character that I really want that's not Ellen. So I'm hoping to get him. Let's see what. Oh yeah, that's where it is. I don't know if you're familiar with the game. How's the game? The game is very fun. The only limiting thing is, I think, well, actually it's two things. It's the able to farm resources to build your character, and the second one is the day and night cycle. Once you hit, like, basically midnight in the game, you're basically, like, locked out of some stuff. A lot of stuff. But other than that, I am enjoying the game. Even though it's not the type of game I saw myself ever playing. I just really like the art style. And the characters are pretty funny. I was on a website that helped me tell me more about the characters I have. And one of the most voted characters in the game based on that website was Billy. I think people just really like Billy's personality. I mean, I like his personality too. He's a pretty fun guy. He's also one of the most stylish games characters in the game currently. I'm also trying to min-max my current squad, but I think I'm gonna have to go back to pulling on banners to do that, which is kind of unfortunate. Should I just round this out? No. So, I guess what I want to do tonight when I play again is check how much roll currency I have, see if it's enough to get to 300, I guess. I think 1600 is an equivalent to 10 pulls. I believe 1600 polychrome, yes. So I have to see if I can, wait, maybe I can do the math real quick. It's probably gonna be too much. That would be 4,800,000. Doubt I have that much. Maybe, I don't know. You just stop when you get to the first rank rate pity, I'd say. I mean, that's true, but the S rank could be a weapon, so it could not be a character. Especially since they combine weapon and characters into one banner. I don't know if it's gonna stay that way or if they're gonna separate that down the line. The currency... Since that currency can be used for either premium banners or the permanent banner. Yeah, I know, but... Still, though... There's that chance that the S rank could just be, this isn't correct. Could just be, a weapon, and that's not what I'm hoping for. I didn't mean to sound so stern, but it's a little frustrating. Based off the stupid rate ups and their rules. Shit. Yeah. I guess it wouldn't hurt to have dupes of, like, say, Billy or Anby or another Sokaku. Excuse me. Give me some more water. Because there's nothing wrong with having dupes of those characters. There's also nothing wrong with having dupes of the weapons. But often, always, that the dupes of those weapons are usually like A or B ranks. Mostly Bs. And they're for character classes that don't really benefit from them, so they're becoming like junk. This is kind of the reason why I sort of missed Revive Witch and them separating their weapons from the character banners. But I think that's the reason why it died. Well, probably one of the reasons why it died, but they had just had a lot of problems to begin with. I don't want to go into that because that's not something I wish to discuss. Yeah, think of it like Arknights, yeah. But Arknights doesn't have a weapon system. They have a skill up system, which is the closest you get to a weapon system. That's also expensive, but at least all that stuff is like free. Well, free. Free is in quotation marks. The mats to increase your skills are free if you had the time to farm for them. It'd be a while before you get some real returns on rolling dupes to keep rolling. Yeah, but the thing about Arknights is that you don't need those dupes because just having the one character is enough. It'd be nice if you got a dupe of them, which happened to me. The limited banner for Virtuosa, I basically max potentialed her. And yeah, she's max pot, but it doesn't mean like she's like the strongest character I own. Meanwhile, I have Dungeon Breaker, and I maxed her out, and she's like the strongest character I own. The same with Mjolnir and Suitor. Enough. And it's like, I would say like I had incredible luck on her banner considering that she's a limited character, and to be able to max pot her even though I'm not a whale. Essentially, I did not spend a dime on that banner, and yet I was able to max pot her. Was incredible. She just kept spooking me every time I rolled for well, here's the thing. I kept rolling on her banner even though I didn't need to because I wanted to get Spectre the Unchained, and then eventually she spooked me. So I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna stop pulling. Because I was gonna actually, like, go for a hard pity and just outright buy Spectre Unchained, but I didn't need to. So that's what I mean when I had incredible luck during that banner, but because ZZZ is so new, I would have to save for weeks on end just to get that type of luck again, basically. Which would... yeah, I'm almost done, actually. Also, I think what I like about Arknights is that there are certain... oh gosh. I say this as I realize that Wishdell is along the line. Most meta units are not limited. So, the only... I guess the only two that are limited that I know of that are several months away are Wishdell and Logos. Sorry, Logos is not limited. Wishdell is. She is, as of now, the most powerful character in Arknights, based on the amount of damage she can do, and her kit is incredibly stupid. Incredibly stupid broken. But up until her, the most powerful limited character you can get was Chen the Hollanday. And she was broken for a while, and then I guess she got power crept to a degree. It's all about that power creep. I'm not like a meta head. I just like the characters that I like, and I want to get what I want to get. But I do tend to roll in limited characters. Mostly because I guess there are some, now that I think about it, I guess there are some meta characters that I wouldn't mind having, but they're not the most important. I just say this in regards to ZZZ because I don't know what their meta is yet. Because I'm not looking for it. But I know what the meta is in Arknights, so I'm just like, okay, I can just pull whatever that character is and just be done with it. And even like go as far as to like max him out. Thankfully, meta characters are very few, so I don't have to keep doing that. Also, I'm just considering the reason why I didn't want to roll for Ellen is just I'm considering the future because this is a gacha game and they're gonna make a character who's gonna be way stronger than her at her attack type and element. They're gonna make someone better than her, and eventually that person will get outclassed, and the next person, and then the next person, and then so on and so forth. It's more like I have to pick my battles here. It's like how when I first started Arknights, I know I started about a month late, excuse me. And one of the strongest characters you can get was either Exusia or Silver Ash, and I got Silver Ash. So he was my daily driver up until he fell off the bandwagon. His attacks, his skill charge and his attack was just not putting in the work, and then he got power crept out of my squad. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, you got Siege. Oof, that actually really hurt. Siege was really good in the very beginning of the game, but once again, Saga came along and just put her in the trash can, basically. You think it was over a year before you took her past E1? I don't know how long ago it took me. I know that I know that Silver Ash was not my only 6-star, excuse me. I got Shining as well, so I would like to use those two together. And of the two people, I still use Shining, but I don't use Silver Ash. Siege is still used for some setups. Some, but eh. I have Siege too, and I don't use her. However, excuse me, based on how the main story is going, I am so sure she's gonna have an altar, and she's probably gonna be a guard. I'm just sure of it. She has to be, and that's gonna be like hopefully the better version of her. And then Siege will truly be King Arthur. Seba. Okay. I think I don't need that template anymore. Let's see. Yeah. Great. Didn't hear about W getting an altar. Did she become a butler? W's altar is essentially she uses her real name, or maybe the name that was given to her. It's called Wishadal. It's just let me just see if I can type it here in the chat because it's a little bit weird. Hold on, actually, let me make sure I got the spelling right to look up. I'm gonna copy and paste the spelling of it. It has unique characters. Just paste that. Here we are. There we go. I think there we go. So I know it doesn't matter what the thing is. It's pronounced Wishadel, which means to wish upon, basically. She became, well, she's still a sniper, but she became a flinger, so she's like what's her name? She's like Rosemontis now, but she's like way broken. I can just link you. I'll link the info to you in the chat here so you can take a look for yourself how broken she is. Oh, hello, Loving Abito. Welcome to the stream. We're talking about gachas while I figure out some stuff here with my art. I think I want to move on now. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty well. I've been pretty chatty this whole time since I've been live. Let's see. Okay. We've been talking about Zenless Zone 0. I have to keep remembering the order of operations on that word. Oh gosh. Zenless Zone 0, and we've also been talking about Arknights. You might play it, ZZZ? Yeah, you should play it. I mean, if you like action RPGs, it makes sense if you would play it, but I know people complain that's too button mashy, which is a ridiculous criticism. It's made for people who need to tap, so yes, it is going to be button mashy. More color. I'm trying to min-max my character in ZZZ, but I'm limited on resources. I'm also trying to unlock the event in ZZZ, but I'm still not up to that point where I can, so that kind of sucks. And the game is pretty time-consuming if you want to just like speedline there. I tried doing a no death run on Dark Souls 2 multiple times. Has failed each one. You should totally try ZZZ, you'll be fine. It's so easy to dodge and dodge counter in ZZZ, so you'll have a fun time there. Freezing says it was nice to figure out it's nice to figure out I could use a mini version of Sokaku's Blizzard by holding down her special. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You can just hold down her special. There's some characters you can hold down their specials. Nicole is one of them. I believe Anby is one of them too. Just hold on the button. It's an exploration type of thing. Abito says you might actually give up on the challenge, so you're not sure. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Reason says you haven't tried getting those rings at DS2 yet. Did you get the no bonfires one? Abito says I ain't worried about those 2 rings. All they do is make your weapons invisible. Oh. Is this my right one? Yes. Oops. That's useless. Why would you need to make your weapons invisible? Sorry, I have to like switch between 2 tools. So my tablet's gonna get a bit cramped here. I hope you can still see at least. Well, you get one of them by doing this. Use Deathless after all. Good, really just for PvP. Obito, you get one by doing it Deathless. Oh, okay. Well, if you don't do PvP, then it really is useless. Come on. It's still not a color. Dang, bruh. There we go. Oh boy, everybody's talking. Having a difficult time keeping up. Chat's like flying by, actually. Let's see. Reason says if they can't see your weapon, they won't know what you're capable of offensively. Obito says you can pay attention to the animation of your character. Reason says the rings are bragging rights more than actually useful. Yeah. They'll give you a slight edge in PvP, but not much. Well, okay, wait, hold on. These rings, right? Why would you want them in... Okay, so I understand why you want them in PvP, but if you don't do PvP, what's the point of getting them? I've heard the story about the useless shovel in one of these Dark Souls games, and it's like a tedious quest to get it, only for it to be like a garbage weapon. Is this one of those things? I know that the point of Dark Souls is that it's supposed to help you overcome adversity, but there's just some adverse things that are just stupid. It's literally useless for such rings. Plus PvP is bad. The ladle, sorta. Is it the ladle or is it a shovel? I don't remember which one. I heard it was called a shovel. Yeah, it is. I've heard a lot. People don't like that game. Some people think it's the best and some people think it's the worst. Personally, I love it as much as I hate it. Same. Reason says you could spend much time singing its praises as complaining about it. It's a divisive game in the community. Oof. It's kind of reminds me of, I guess, Pokemon, which has its own problems, but I don't want to discuss that either. I don't want to get angry on the stream. Okay. This properly. Screw it up. Oh. Okay. As opposed to Pokemon, which I can only complain about lately. What's going on? You mentioned Deontay the other night, and I'm just not up to date at all. I don't know what you meant by that. And you mentioned it right as you said you were going to sleep, so I was just like, what? What are you talking about? Don't get me started on Deontay. What? I have no idea what's going on. This back a bit. Well, that was pretty eventful. Pretty eventful discussion. Well, I just want to check the time. I'm still good on time. Obito says, other than my challenge, I'm working on Akaza from Demon Slayer. I haven't posted the process yet. Oh, I see, I see. Well, I hope to see the end result. Fortunately, I don't have time to sit and watch other streams. I keep busy here, or just am busy. I'm gonna be out again tomorrow. But yeah, that's a reminder. I'll be gone up until Wednesday, I think? I think I said Wednesday. Damn. Okay. Freezing. You hate it. It's a stupid special snowflake carbink, excuse me. That basically renders all your abilities as a Pokemon trainer worthless because while it's a special evolution of carbink, it's not something you are capable of causing because you suck. What? Uh-huh. What? What? Maybe there's something I'm failing to understand here. This side should be blurry. Okay. This part should also be blurry since it's in the light. I almost said the sun, but I guess that's also true. Man, this is like one of the things that I just prefer traditional over digital. If I was drawing this with my pencil, I don't have to keep switching from one tool to another. I can just use my pencil. But with this one, I have to keep switching. Ugh. Too thin. Carbink exists, Deontay exists. Pokédex says Carbink can evolve into a Deontay, but it can't. It never can and never will. Deontay makes Carbink useless. Ah, now I get it. I think that's just a problem with Game Freak in general. They say things and they don't think about it. They implement things and they don't think about it. Your issue with Deontay is the same as my issue with Zagamenta. The shield dog, basically. They made the typing incorrect, and they didn't even give it the right skill set. I should say, the moveset, excuse me. And it sucks. You Pokemon infuriate me more than Deontay and Carbink. Okay, that's fair. But I think that infuriated me the most. Shield Dog got some new moves, and Scarlet and Violet now at least. It's a little too late, you know what I mean? That's a little bit too late. The damage has been done, and like, the fact that it was not reviewed, it's not even the only one. Oh my gosh, I'm actually remembering Ponyta. Ponyta's skills got changed, but its stats didn't get changed, which means whatever damage it could have done is just like out the window. Yeah, I guess they're fixable. Ponyta was also fixable, but the thing is, Carbink is fixable too, they just don't want to. They're not gonna fix it. It's one of those will not fix situations. They're not gonna fix it. That's exactly why you are mad, isn't it? Should this curve in? I found it. There's lots of reasons why I'm mad about it. Why are you mad about it? If it takes a ROM hack to fix it, it's broken beyond measure. Yikes. Yikes, dude. You're probably right about that. This needs to be darker. Jeez. There we go. Well, there's Deontay then. Deontay the Broken. Deontay's one of the things is just like, why though? But why though? Why would you not? Why would you not though? Actually, I'm gonna need a new layer for this one. It's gonna be a bit dicey. Actually, I've been going for a bit. I need to use the restroom, so BRB. Back. Still got more water. Sorry, something was blocking my chair. Okay, back to work. Here again. By the way, Freezing, have you calmed down yet? Are you okay? Are you good? I know how heated you get when it comes to that. What is Beyonce again? Is it what Fairy and Rock? Or is it I don't remember. Man, I have not kept up with Pokemon at all because I just it's like basically keeping up with a clown basically. Clown show. Also, yes, Fairy and Rock. Oh, so it's just 4 times weak to Steel. Fantastic. So not only does it not evolve properly, it's garbage, basically. Fantastic. Vito says, I'm gonna lurk because I'm giving that challenge one more try. Alright, good luck to you. I wish you to go further than you did before. Good luck to you, Albedo. Let's see. Reason says, you will say, Zamazenta got exactly the move it needed. Beyonce has 160 in both defenses. 160? That's it? For a rock? Mega Beyonce got one... Sorry? A Mega Evolution Beyonce gets 160 in both defenses. Huh? That's so low, It's low for a legendary type, I think. Oh, oops. Should be fast. That needs to be soft. Shoot. I can't believe they gave Beyonce a Mega Evolution. That's stupid. One 160 is pretty damn big. Mewtwo's special attack is only 154. I mean, you can't... Ugh, this sucks to say, but you can't really fix a Pokemon with Mega Evolutions or just a regional exclusive gimmick, because that's going to hurt them down the line when, you know, that Pokemon gets ported over or reintroduced into a region. It's a big mistake to do. This is the wrong tool. It's still bizarre they dropped Mega Evolutions. You still... Sorry. I'd have... you'd have thought it was a permanent fixture of the series since it lasted almost 3 generations. But hey kids, do you want to do Dynamaxes? You mean that thing that's also regional exclusive? It will never leave... It will never leave this region. It will never leave it. Nope. Not gonna leave it. Not gonna leave Pokemon England. Also, Dynamaxing is not that great. To be honest. It's cool. I'll give them that. The spectacle is cool, but boy, the starter Pokemon's Dynamaxes are so bad. So bad. Especially Inteleon's. That was... Inteleon's design is just revolting to begin with. And 2... you just give him like the most basic Dynamax form. Oh, I'm just gonna be on a sniper's nest? Like, Wasn't the motif that he was a spy or some nonsense? Ugh. This is why, like, when it comes to Pokemon, just don't play Pokemon. Play a Pokemon-like game, but don't play Pokemon. Support indie developers, because they will make Pokemon better than Pokemon. This is why I like playing... Oh, I should go back to it. I should go back to Koromon, and I should go back to Monster Sanctuary. Even though I beat Monster Sanctuary 3 times, I just really like playing it. The new Game Plus is phenomenal. And they kept adding stuff to it. Plus, on top of that, that studio is making another monster-like game, but with alchemy, I think. Like, I have to check that out. I'm not sure if it's out yet. You should go finish off Monster Hunter Stories 2. Yeah, same. I gotta finish that game as well. And that game is like... That game's really cute. Honestly. I kind of wish, the monster I like was in it, but it's okay. That's okay. Dodogama will show up someday. Soften up. Okay. Even that, whatchamacallit? Didn't, Dragon Quest release another Pokemon-like game? Even that looked kind of fun. Even though it's like, it's stuck on the Switch. Like, I've seen the Switch version, but even that looks like it's more enjoyable than Pokemon. Excuse me. Will I have time? Oh, no, I have like 15 minutes left. I usually stop at noon. Mostly because I'm the one who makes lunch. And that's around the time I get hungry anyway. So... I don't like rushing this, but I do like the way it's been turning out so far. This is a much better execution than the last time I tried this. And... while I shouldn't make it a habit, the shadows are on a separate layer. Because I don't want to smudge up the line work that I did. I don't want to erase that. Well, it's not going to get erased, but it's going to get really badly smudged. Reason says, you're not quite sure on stories being so literally rock, paper, scissors based on terms of how combat works, but it's still relatively fun. If you're not sure on it, it is rock, paper, scissors. I think my best experience with that game was all the retries I did just to capture Tigrex. I resetted the game so many times just to get that monster. But it was so worth it. And that's another thing, like, you're surrounded by all these high-tier monsters, and yeah, you can come back when you're stronger later, but you can also get it now if you wanted to. And like, with Pokemon, they don't do that. It's like, oh, there's a legendary here, but you can't go here yet. You can't say come here. You can't even look at here. You're not allowed in the door. Go away, kid. Get a badge first. Meanwhile, Monster Hunter Stories. Oh look, it's a Tigrex. I'm gonna go bug it until I capture it. I enjoyed that level of freedom in my monster capturing games. Oh, and generally be able to use the monster you want to do everything. Exactly. I was genuinely surprised that I can get a T-Rex prematurely. And like, I freaking love it. I freaking love that dumb train monster. Because I like the way that freaking throws a rock. You see me playing through the majority of 1 and 2 with the dumb boar. Yeah, even though the boar is not strong enough, it'll like serve you. It's serviceable. It's not gonna be like, oh well, the type matching is bad, so like you're gonna lose and whatever. Like, yeah, if you use the boar, you're gonna be at a bit of a disadvantage, but it doesn't mean you're gonna outright lose. Yeah, still pretty good. Your starter monster is still really good. It's the glass cannon you can have to play really well. Yeah. Still hits like a truck. Mm-hmm. As long as you, what's it called? The egg mixing thing? As long as you mix the traits to what you want, like, it'll serve you right. I also like how easy that is, the whole egg and, well, egg carrying and trait mixing thing. I really like that aspect because you basically, like, you're taking your favorite monster that you have and you're making it better. You're not breeding into the Pokemon you want over and over and over again. No, the one I have now is the one I want to make better. That's what I liked about Monster Hunter Stories 2. Like, this is my favorite one. I want to use this one. Help me make it better. Meanwhile, Pokemon's like, no, you need like 5 billion eggs for your perfect Charizard. Like, ugh. You do want to mess with breeding a lot more to make some crazy... Yeah, exactly! It's like Monster Hunter Stories was made by people who want you to have fun. That's the thing, like... the director of, Dragon Quest XI, right? I believe he was asked about the casino, like, why the casino rates are, like, so good. And he's like, oh, well, because I want my players to enjoy it. I don't want to put the rates in their favor, so they'll keep doing it and doing it, because when you think about it, the gambling aspect of Dragon Quest XI would be the most time-consuming, but it's not. There's other parts of the game that you want to enjoy, but you don't want to have this time suck of a gambling casino section. So he made that in your favor, even when that part of the story where the casino was essentially corrupt, but it's corrupt in way too much in your favor where you just win the jackpot every time. It was just like a joke thing. You don't keep that money. It was just a means of progressing the story faster, excuse me. The shadow is necessary. I'm gonna add it in. There's people who make games for fun, and then there's people who make games for money. And clearly, the people who make games for fun has left Pokemon Game Freak Studio a while ago. They've left the chat. Because now we have people who make the game for money. I know that's a harsh thing to say, and it's probably not true and hyperbolic, but that's just how I feel about it. You keep releasing broken garbage because you know it's just a payout. People are just gonna keep buying Pokemon. That's what you're relying on. You're relying on the brand name. Power of the brand, and not the power of the game. I think I should stop here. So I have like 5 minutes left. Also, my nose is stuffy again. It's because I just sneeze. The only other shadows I would add would be on her hair and on her ears. So I'm not sure if I have time for that, or if I should add it. Maybe I can add it. I just... I'm gonna have to... I know... I know this character's hair is black, but I'm gonna have to manipulate my values a bit, because this brush is a bit all over the place based off of pressure. So I'm gonna add in her shadows for her hair, and hopefully that'll be enough. I'm not sure if I don't know if I'll have enough time to like finish the addition to it. You know what? This brush is so good. I think I'm gonna keep using it for all my sketches from now on. It does exactly what I need it to do. No more pencil, I guess. Let's see. Low shadows. I'm putting these in lightly. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to finish this later. I'm putting them in lightly as a shadow mapping of the hair, so that when I go back, I'll just make them darker. So once again, her hair is black. Out for a bit. I'm telling myself to go down, basically. And here. Shading ponytails is interesting, especially the on the scalp. The hair on the scalp is interesting. I'm gonna, yeah, is that a gap? Yeah, no gap. Okay, you can see it's getting a bit darker here. It is coming along nicely, but the more you go over it with this brush, the darker it gets. Which is a bit of a problem. Like I said, her hair color is black, and I don't want the shadows to be black as well. So, but the thing is, this is the ponytail, which this is the part of the hair that should be the darkest. So, it's something I have to think about. There's also her ears. Let's see. Let's see. I think in regards to her ears, well, at least on this side, I'm circling right here. Light should be coming into the ear, and there'd be light hitting the ear. So I'm kind of wondering, maybe, excuse me, the shadow would be here, but very light. And also here as well. I think it's supposed to be here, yeah. I think that makes sense, probably, maybe, I don't know. I'm getting hungrier as time progresses. Energy low. So, I'm just gonna like do a light brushing over here as well. Also, one more thing. This is such a strange thing about hair. While there's shadow down here, I did place shadow up here, down here. It would also pop up here. Because, like, it's constantly, light is constantly, like... How do I explain this? The way light hits hair is so strange. What do you say? You think the shadow could hang closer to the bottom of her nose, since there'd be a lot of light coming from that direction, but maybe I'm not the person to ask about noses. Yeah, you don't draw your noses. Ah. Oh, hold on. Need to pause for one moment. Hi, I'm back. Sorry, I had to take a sudden call. Dang, that kind of brought down my mood. So I'm gonna have to end the stream here, because I'm expecting another call again. So thank you for watching, thank you for listening, thank you for joining me in the chat. It has been a pretty cool morning, all things considering. So I will catch you next time. I think I have to announce when. Because my whole weekend is gonna be a little bit hectic. So I'll catch you folks later, right? Until then, take care and be safe.